Hello everyone, welcome to From London with Love, with me, Link Live on ALB UK TV. Today we are joined by London-based international fashion designer Omar Mansoor. Hello Omar.
Hi Lynn, how are you?
I'm all good, thank you. Thanks for being with me today.
My pleasure.
Omar, I want to take you to the start. Okay, straight away, tell me about your start in the fashion industry. You have very inspirational story and I would like you to share it with the audience, please.
So, I was born in a textile family in a textile town of Pakistan called Faisalabad. And no, I wasn't the best in the studies, but I was the best in the arts and sketching and drawing. So, mixing the textile thing from the family. So, let me tell you that as a child, my school trips used to go to textile factories. We used to see how cotton bales are open, how thread is made, how it's woven into fabric, how it's dyed, printed, cut, mend, stitched. And so that was my school trips like. And during my summer holidays, sometime I get a chance to visit even the cotton fields to see how the cotton is growing and what's the quality and what's the humidity of the crop, even that. So yeah, for me, textile was my universe. And mixing it with my good grades of arts, I decided to venture into fashion, and the whole family support was there because I was technically the fourth generation entering the same textile field.
So tell me more about the challenges now.
Great, so challenges.
That's what we're interested in.
Challenges are actually everywhere. So no matter which field you select.
Exactly.
So when I break through here in London, when I moved here to study fashion at the London College of Fashion, I was lucky enough that without any challenge, all I have to is to tell my teacher that I want to participate, my instructor, Mr. Jeff Owen, one day in London Fashion Week, and he made it happen the following season with his contacts. So that was a very easy task for me. But then once the show was done, the challenge came what to sell and how to sell. And to know the pulse of the buyer and the market, what exactly they want to purchase and buy. Okay, you can give them something new, experiment, but you need to know a lifestyle about what they can carry, what they cannot carry, what they can get dry clean, what the dry cleaner will not take from them.
Yeah.
So knowing that, understanding that it was back the same journey, going to the cotton field. This time I was visiting the different dry cleaners around London and asking them, would you be able to dry clean this dress of mine? They said no. So then I realized that if they can't do it for me, they won't be able to do for the client also.
Yeah.
So I asked them what exactly is stopping them. They told me this kind of embellishment, this kind of fabric, this kind of ribbon work is difficult for us. So I started removing those elements from my designs and making it more commercial.
Yeah.
In order to get real sales from real people and real women wearing them.
Now, it's all about sustainable fashion. We hear about it a lot, especially in recent years, and it started to be more of like the trend topic. So tell me about that more in your industry, in your designs.
Lean, I will call it sustainable fashion, part of a sustainable lifestyle. People who go to coffee shops and get their refilled mugs are the one who believed in more sustainable, and they're avoiding recycling of paper cups. Even it starts from home actually. In my case, in 2019, one of my professor asked me, who taught me, to write some research work from the fields back home about circular fashion and sustainability in fashion, because that report was to be added into the Fashion Pact, which was signed in 2019 in France, led by Macron at that time. So, and the Inditex and other big players like, okay, I won't name them, but bigger groups. So then we started already working over it, that how important it is not to put your clothes disposably into a landfill. So the idea was to use recycled fibers. I'm personally not a big fan of polyester or anything made of oil, but I know there's a market who can't afford silks and cotton or pure fabrics. So not to ignore them, but there should be limited production of toxic materials. And just because bringing them down, putting them on extra sale and clearances and 90% off online. Many big fast fashion retailers are the one who were targeting the millennials that don't get tagged in the same outfit 2 times. That's not sustainable. So the first challenge for me was to teach my clientele why I'm using sustainable what you call whole circle of production, not just
Yeah.
the fabric.
Yeah.
And because we were already using the Ethical Fashion Forum guidelines to produce our products, so now the material was also being supplied. Initially, it was challenging to get, I think I'm getting too elaborated, but just to cut it short, it was difficult to get fabrics who were sustainably sourced fully 100%. So we were not the one who want to do greenwashing of just adding up some materials or adding a few elements of sustainability tick and then label ourselves as sustainable fashion company. But the idea was to make it actually as a whole experience of sustainability. So if a client who wants something bespoke walks into our studio, we can show them the whole story, where the fabric is sourced from, how it's been produced, and how we are making an outfit for her.
Okay.
So
It's very interesting, and it's interesting to educate people, because I think also like it's difficult to understand the meaning of like sustainability in fashion, and also because now everything is trend, goes viral, and everyone wants to try it and things. So especially in outfits and fashion, it goes like kinda in a like super quick, I would say, like fashion, how the trends are currently.
yes, I mean, buying more fashion will never satisfy your ego, first of all. I mean, being a fashion designer, I would believe in selling more, but we prefer to buy something which is more classic and don't throw it away. If you think you have worn and tagged enough in that outfit, give it to a charity shop, give it to a rental website who can get it dry cleaned and sell it to someone else, or a rental
Yeah.
website can rent it to more people. So there are fashion formulas. You should be conscious about your own spending, although it's your money, your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But to know that the Mother Nature and we have only one planet.
We need to
Earth.
protect it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So-
Well, speaking of your amazing designs, today I'm wearing Omar Mansoor's latest collection for the Royal Ascot. Why did you create a line for Royal Ascot to start with? Where the inspiration came from?
So actually,
Firstly, thank you so much for my outfit. Yeah,
my pleasure.
loved
You're
it.
gracing it so well. I mean,
Thank you.
so Royal Ascot collection was launched in 2009. When I was pretty young in the industry, my label was just 1 year old in London, and my stockist, and I would now call her my mentor also, Laura Jemison. She used to have her shop Creativations Chelsea in Chelsea at that time. Her boutique, which was opened in 1982, same year I was born.
Okay.
So yes, I'm turning 42 soon.
Quick info, yeah?
Yeah, so Laura had a great understanding of what exactly sells, what shouldn't be on the floor of the shop, and what should quickly sell. So she was the one who was already accommodating many royalties from all over the world, especially Middle Eastern royalties, etc. She used to do a separate evening and a collection and a show from different designers of a Royal Ascot over the years. So when she asked me to try up something in 2009, and we used to do a small presentation at the Ascot on the day, at the triple decker marquee in those days, the infamous marquee, and on the live models. So we have models, we have small ramp and the podiums following by. So it was kind of a fun / creative / business opportunity.
Yeah. But I noticed in your designs you're trying to keep trendy as well as being classy and elegant. And I think when you go to Royal Ascot, you notice like it's important to keep the element of a trend as well, like the color. I love the color. I love it's trendy. I can wear it if it is Royal Ascot or not. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's a piece of like it's an outfit where it can work for both. So you manage to do both in a way.
It is actually, that's the fun part. It's not a challenging part. Because the guidelines are given by the Royal Ascot itself, the Ascot race course. So there's a dress code, which sadly this year they are lenient being on it, and they say wear whatever makes you comfortable, which I'm not too pleased with. I mean,
Okay.
yes, over decades and centuries you've been following a dress code, and now the Queen is no more, and the King is not that much interested, and maybe he won't be able to attend Ascot this year. And the
Okay.
Royal Enclosure got this kind of that yes, wear what makes you comfortable.
Okay.
So-
we will see different Royal Ascot.
Yeah, no, not in a good sense in my opinion. Tacky.
Interesting.
So So maybe not in the royal enclosure, but definitely queen and enclosure and village enclosures, we're going to have a good kind of a festival kind of looks. So previously the shoulder strap couldn't be less than 1.5 inches, midriff can't be shown, dress should not be above your knees. So there was clear guideline. And so we were working, as you mentioned, modesty, elegance, and not just that the dress doesn't finish with the ascot or the race. So the dress has to go on. And some of my clients are repeating their dresses or the ascot over the years.
Omar, I always try to speak to my guests about mental health in their industry, like what are the difficulties you face? Just tell me about it from your point of view, being in the industry for a long time.
Lean fashion industry isn't as sparkly and as glamorous as it looks from outside. It's an industry, it's a very cutthroat industry, and it has lots of pressures. It has the gloomy days, it has a permanent gloomy side. Mind the word I use, permanent, because there are certain things where people are, most of the people who work with this industry have a shelf life. Talking about the faces of the brands. After that, so there's a continuous pressure on them to beat each other in a way that they are more ahead.
I think a challenge.
Challenging, yeah. At the same time, it's not very communicative industry, so people try to keep themselves as more secretive, more enclosed, that if I'll give my secret out, it will become the gossip. This is the sad side of the industry, although I'm not much part of that glamour side, as you hardly see me at the glamorous events, but more serious events, although I go to many events. But then when you sit on your sewing machine, then the world is different for you. And because I work with my team every day, so that helps you with the challenges upcoming, but communication is the key. When I was kind of depressed, so the first thing I was discussing with my soul mother as my seamstress, Laila. So I was telling her each and everything, and I knew she won't be talking it with other people and leaking my personal life out. So it's very important that you speak out. For mental health, people who keep things inside them are the one who face these more challenges. But sometimes you feel like, oh, this is a big mountain, I can't ever climb it. But when you discuss someone who just tell you, oh, it's nothing, it's just imagination. So
it's so important to speak up. It's so important.
Very important. I've been myself going into situations where I was quiet and I was thinking, oh my God, there's no end to that. And when I discussed to 2-3 different people, I found these were my imaginary demons. They never existed. They were just in my mind. And in real life, no.
So what things do you do to help with your mental health? Like what things do you do when you're facing struggles? It's just from your, again, like it's personal perspective.
First of all, I have very close friends who are not part of the industry, outside the industry, who I visit, I talk to them, I visit them, I ask them to order something which I like to eat. And a good meal is where everything starts, in my opinion. So sometimes we do a starter of chocolate cake and then we go to the main course and then back to the chocolate cake.
So, good recipe.
So then I always listen to others and sometimes feel like I don't have a solution to that, but just by listening I can see the other person is half relieved of all the frustration. Communicate it, all I will say. Don't keep it inside you.
And if needed, please go to specialists. Like sometimes, in your own circle, it's so difficult to find the right people to talk to. Not everyone is lucky enough to have
right set of friends who understand your perspective.
Exactly. So that's why I think, like we always say, if you can't do it yourself, if you feel like you are struggling, have like from your own circle people who can listen, can reassure you, can understand you without judging you. Please go to a specialist because mental health is so important.
It's so important.
Now I want you to tell me like an advice or something for whoever coming next generation, young designers who are watching us today, that can take it from you.
The statement of people doesn't matter what they talk about. Your bank statement matters. Always make a design which will bring you a real sale. Having a kind of avant-garde piece of couture lying in your cupboard won't help you. Okay, unless you have other means of sources of income from your family or something, but always think what brings you the sale. If people say, oh, this is so common, but it's selling. So it's very important to have the sales.
Thank you so much, Omar. Thank you for your for coming here today. Thank you for dressing me. And
pleasure.
well, people will be seeing more of your royal ascots because we will be doing the photo shoot together. Super excited for it. And yeah, for everyone who been watching us today, I hope you enjoyed the show. And please, 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 again, look after your mental health. And I will see you next week in a new episode from London with Love with me, Link Life. Thank you.